Okay, somebody said in the comments, how did I know or how did I realize that I was a prophet? I'm going to tell you like this. I knew from day one I wasn't from here. I knew from day one that I wasn't from here. Matter of fact, people who know me, I didn't always even tell people. I didn't say it out loud. And I'm saying over millions of times in my life, I didn't say it to myself or to people. I'm not from here. I don't know what this is. I'm not from here. I always knew I wasn't from here, but I didn't know where I was from. But I knew that whatever they did here, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. I always knew that whatever they did here, it was something that I wasn't going to be aligned with at all. At all. At all. I just knew it. I knew it in my spirit, man. I knew it in my spirit. I wasn't from here the whole time. Before I ever had awakened, it just never set right with me. It was never a place I was gonna call home. And I always used to say, like, man, I'm not from here. I don't know what this is. So, the way that I knew I was a prophet because the type of things that I would study. I studied weird things. I studied conspiracies. Even though conspiracy, they call it conspiracies. Conspiracies is another word for the truth. When they trying to discredit people from telling the truth, they say, "Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist." It ain't no conspiracy in the truth. So I was always looking up conspiracy, looking up what was going on in Hollywood, looking up stuff like underground bunkers, looking up stuff like FEMA camps. I spent years and years just studying all this type of stuff. Like when people was going out to the clubs and doing all of that type of stuff, I was at home just learning all of this different information about everything. And everything that I always felt like was a lie. So when I would get with my friends or I'd be at work and they'd be talking about what they'd be talking about, I was always talking about the Illuminati. I was always talking about secret societies. I was always talking about rappers and stuff that I thought so they so. This was my conversation that I had, and people thought I was weird. People thought I was crazy. People thought I was crazy because that's the stuff that intrigued me. And I'm not saying like intrigued, like, oh, that's interesting. No, I'm talking about 10 hours a day just searching for information for years straight. Just searching for information. And all the information was that I was trying to get was the truth. Like I was searching for the truth. I was trying to figure out why I was here. I knew this was the Matrix. I always used to tell people I got a boy. I'm not gonna say his name. I worked with him as my boy, man, and we always used to get together and talk about the secret societies. We used to pull up different music videos and show how the videos were satanic. And I'm talking about we was doing this 10, 11, 12, 13 years ago, man. We was doing this in 2013. You know what I'm saying? Between 2010 and about 2007 to like 2015. I was nonstop years of just me getting information about every single thing. Every conspiracy that they ever said was a conspiracy, man, I done went all down that rabbit hole. So I always knew that something wasn't normal about me because people let me know somewhat somewhat normal about me. Because when you go out and you chilling at work or you chilling with your boys and everybody talking about this and talking about that, and I'm over here talking about all these conspiracies, and then I used to get so much information that I'll start posting stuff on Facebook. Like I'll start exposing stuff, the Illuminati and all that stuff, and then my family would be like, "Man, what's wrong with you? You tripping? You know what I'm saying? What you need to go on Facebook and delete that." Like I caused a whole uproar because they thought I was like some crazy conspiracy theorist when I wasn't. I was trying to get down to the bottom of the truth about some things. So I still at this time I still didn't know I was a prophet. I didn't know who the hell I was. I thought I was just like a news reporter gathering information. I ain't had no news reporter job, but that's what I felt like. I felt like a news reporter gathering information. And I didn't know that everything that I learned was gonna come into handy. See, the way that God worked with me is God would point me in the direction of a topic, and then I just go crazy on that topic. And whatever topic God point me in the direction of I dive deep into it. And I might be stuck on that topic for a year, but I'm going all the way down that rabbit hole. So God just keep maneuvering me around. That's how I get so much information. I used to watch. I used to watch interrogations and court TV all day. And when I watched court TV and interrogations, it showed you about I used to watch videos on people's mannerism, like the different things, the different body movements and the different mannerisms people have when they did a crime, when they guilty, the way people answer questions, they facial expressions, the way they react to stuff, the words they say. I watched this stuff for like 10 years and I didn't know it's the same thing when you're trying to break down the narcissist. You got to study their characteristics, you got to study their patterns, you got to study how they move. And it's similar to a detective or some trying to study a criminal. You know what I'm saying? So I was getting all my information like that. Still didn't know I was a prophet though, but I knew that I was connected to God, and I knew that I couldn't do the things that everybody else could do. I knew that for a fact. I knew that for a fact, man. And the way that I knew that is because it was one time I had got out work and my boy was outside and he came and I seen him. And it was one of them things where I got tangled up in something I shouldn't have been in. And it wasn't rough on them because it was all in joking fashion. We just went and basically, I got off work, I was driving, it was a guy walking, and my boy was like, come on, let's mess with him. So we get out the car and we messing with the dude. The dude was scared, you know what I'm saying? But we wasn't never serious. We was just trying to get a rise out the dude. So I took the dude and I tried to slam him on the ground. And when I tried to slam him, I end up falling and I broke my thumb. I broke my thumb. And that's when I was like, you shouldn't have even been out there. You know you can't do stuff like that. And I knew it too. Like, I didn't know I was a prophet, but I knew I was connected to God, and I knew I was searching for the truth, and I knew that the rules that apply to everybody else didn't apply. The rules that apply to me don't apply to everybody else. I knew that for a fact, and then that confirmed it because just me bothering that dude, I had no business even bothering that dude. So I broke my whole thumb. I fell, my whole thumb hanging off the damn limb, and the dude actually walked away. He didn't have a scratch on him. Wasn't nothing even wrong with him. He got up and walked away. Like, man, y'all crazy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even mad or nothing. My boy, he walked away. I'm the only one walked away. I had to go to the hospital with a broken thumb. That's how I knew, like, yeah. And then I was like, I can't be doing stuff like that. Peer pressure, I don't care about no peer pressure. Like, God, like, what is you doing? What is you? Leave him alone. You a damn earth angel. Leave him. You trying to slam people, innocent people that ain't doing nothing out there. So, yeah, I had broke my finger after that, I knew. But as far as the prophet part, see, the thing about going on your purpose is God don't reveal everything to you at one time because it's too much for you to take in. It's too much for you to take in at one time. God reveal your assignment to you, and He reveal your purpose to you piece by piece. It's gonna be piece by piece. So you got, the more you just keep doing your shadow work and you keep praying, and then you get your meditation in. You fast when you need to fast, man. The more you do that, and you just keep learning, keep getting your information, and then God He go reveal stuff slowly but surely. And I knew that it was gonna be something about narcissistic abuse. After the whole incident and going through stuff with narcissists, and then I started taking deep dives and learning more about narcissists. I asked God for confirmation. I went to my spirit team. I'm like, my purpose, it got something to do with narcissists, don't it? And then they was like, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it got something to do with narcissism. So I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing? Do I supposed to be like teaching or something, teaching narcissistic abuse or something like that? And then it was like I had a channel. I had started a channel like a while ago, and this was like while I was going through the narcissistic abuse. Like when I first got out, I started a channel, so I was uploading different videos or whatever, and I was making short videos, and I was just doing that, and I think like the videos was getting like 3 views, 8 views, 10 views, and then I just happened to do like a narcissistic abuse video, and that video did like 400 views in like an hour. And then I went back to God and went back to my spirit team. I was like, that video went up so fast because that's what my main focus is supposed to be, is on narcissistic abuse. And then my spirit team and God was like, bam, you got it finally, stupid. Stupid nigga, you finally got it. So it was like a process, man. It was a process, but I didn't find out my purpose to later on. It got to happen in steps. Like, God don't reveal everything to you at one time, because if God revealed everything to me at one time, I probably would have just took off running and tried to go hide somewhere. I can't think of his name, man. I can't think of his name, but y'all know he was going up against Jezebel, and he went and ran, and God had to go find him, and he was over there hiding. I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name though. He was going against Jezebel. He had got overwhelmed because the way that Jezebel was coming at him. He had got overwhelmed, and he had went in like head, man. He was basically trying to give up on his assignment, and then that's when God showed up, gave him that prophet pep talk. And then he went and slayed Jezebel. Y'all will put the name in the comments, man. I know the name. I just can't even think of it right now. I could think of everybody else's name, but his name right now. He's a little guy too. He's a little guy. Yeah, that's basically. I'm still stuck on this name. Say I hate when I can't remember something. I gotta go into my Googleizations. Spirit team, what was his name? The little guy went up against Jezebel. I'm gonna do a part 2. I'm gonna go get his name, and I'm gonna go get his name, and we gonna be right back. We go to a commercial, and we gonna be right back. Man, it wasn't Isaac. I don't think it was Isaac. I'll figure it out.